Hi, I'm Cassie, and welcome to Rideau Knits. This is a knitting podcast where I talk about all the things that I've been making lately, and I hope you see something you like. Alright, let's start with what I am wearing. This is the, what's it called? Honeycomb Aran from Yarnspirations. And it is a worsted weight, cabled, seamed sweater. I love this. It is probably my most worn hand knit sweater because I wear it as a jacket. It is super thick, and I knit this a few years ago, and you can see it's pilling, but it is so cozy. I live in Canada, near Ottawa, and it's pretty chilly most of the time. I think right now it's 0 degrees Celsius, but it gets much colder, and I've been wearing just like a tank top underneath, and I throw this on top, and I take my daughter to daycare, or I throw this on and put a coat on top to take my son for walks. And it keeps me super warm. I'm actually like sweating right now. I'll probably have to change before this is done. It is hot. It's hot, but I love it. I'm so proud of the cables. Whoops. I love it so much. I think there's one miscrossed cable somewhere, but I can't even find it anymore if there is one. And I really don't care that much because you can't tell unless you're looking for it. Alright, so this is a very old finished object, and I knit this using, what was the yarn? Briggs & Little Regal, and it's in the light gray colorway. It has held up really well. Like I said, I've been wearing this every single day in coats and over other stuff, and there's like a little bit of pilling, but really not that much. And it hasn't really like felted or anything in the under the arms, and I'm just really happy with this. I am gonna knit another one. I think I'm gonna knit another. I have yarn to knit another one in brown, and my mom wants one as well. Oh, and the sun's coming out. Why? It's so bright. Okay, that might be a little bit better. It's like cloudy outside, and I have to sit in front of a window to get good light. But yeah, that's what I'm wearing. I love it. I don't mind seaming, so it's great. If you dislike seaming, don't knit this, because all the pieces are knit separately. The sleeves are knit flat, the body is knit separately. I did a split hem on mine with the, I think it might call for a split hem, but I did the back longer than the front. I can't remember what the pattern actually calls for. And it is a free pattern, so that's always nice. And yeah, that's it. All right, if you have watched my previous 2-3 episodes, you will know that I am on a mission. Getting bright again. I am on a mission to knit Christmas socks for my family. So 6 adult pairs of Christmas socks. Update. I am more than halfway, significantly more than halfway. Out of the 12 adult socks that I need to knit, I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 finished socks. So I guess I'm 3/4 of the way there. Right? Sure. I can math. I'm a math teacher. So I have the socks for my mom done, both of them. I have the socks for my sister done, both of them. I have the socks for my husband done. I can't remember if I had both of these finished in the last episode. I don't think I did. I think I was almost done the second one, but I can't remember. And then I have both of the socks done for my sister's boyfriend. Ta-da! Which is very exciting. And then I have one finished for my dad. So the pair for my mom and dad are the same colorway. It just started at different points, whatever was in the ball. The pair for my sister and her boyfriend are the same colorway, but again, I started them at different points, so they're same, but different. And the pair for my husband and I are going to be the same. Here's the ball of yarn, because I haven't started mine yet. So I have finished most of them. I should be able to finish. I was very stressed out thinking that I wouldn't be able to knit all of these socks in the time that I had, but I think I can make it. I'm very excited. So all of these are in Hobbii, let's see, Hobbii Christmas sock wool. I really hope it's not too bright. There, that might be better. So this is Hobbii Christmas sock wool. It is a 75-25 wool polyamide blend. There are 420 meters in 100 grams. And the colorway numbers, they do have names on the website, but they don't have names on the ball band. So this, oh, now it's too dark. Stupid weather. Okay, so the pair for my parents, this is colorway 4. The pair for my sister and her boyfriend is colorway 5. And the pair for my husband and I is colorway number 6. So far, it's a pretty good, it's decent. It's a basic 75-25. It's not like the softest, most luxurious sock yarn in the world, but it is like a budget-friendly option. And I think they came as a 3-pack, so one of each color, one of each colorway, and I think I got them for like $20 for the 3 balls of yarn, which was pretty good. We're just gonna leave it with the light. We're gonna work with it. It's gonna be what it is. So yeah, so I finished, for sure since last time I finished my sister's boyfriend's pair. So I'll go through them all really quickly. Pair for my mom, 64 stitches, 1x1 cuff, 2x2 leg and foot, heel flap and gusset on a 2.25 millimeter needle. All of these are knit on a 2.25 millimeter needle. For my sister, 2x2 cuff, stockinette leg, contrast heel flap and heel turn, and that is a ball of Sandsgarn Sisu in whatever dark gray colorway. I think I have it in the description of one of the episodes. I can't remember what the color, I lost the ball band, and so I don't know what color number it was. So 64 stitches, 2.25 millimeter needle, 2x2 cuff, stockinette, leg, foot, contrast heel flap, and gusset, and just a wedge toe. For my husband, 72 stitches on a 2.25 millimeter needle, 2x2 cuff, 1x1 leg and foot, same contrast as my sister's. for my sister's boyfriend. I did a 2x2 cuff. I started with purl 2 knit 2 though. So for the cuff I did purl 2 knit 2 for 20 or 25 rows. And then I switched to knit 2 purl 2 so it's offset. I don't know if you can see that. So if he wants to roll them down, because I don't know how long he likes his socks. They haven't been together for very long. So I don't know that much about him yet. So if he rolls it over, it matches up. So that's those. And then for my dad, oh, his is also a 72 stitch sock. Yes. For my dad, it's a 68 stitch sock. It's a 68 stitch sock. I did a 2.25 millimeter needle, 2x2 rib, stockinette, leg and foot. Again, slip stitch heel flap. Boyfriend socks also has the contrast heel. Dad's socks do not have a contrast heel. I just continued because the pattern, I'm really annoyed. When am I not though, really? I'm annoyed by this colorway. I am not a fan of it. They don't give you a stripe sequence. Like when you buy it, they don't show you what the stripes are gonna look like. So I didn't know that this one wasn't like consistent. I thought like this, it's a consistent, repeatable pattern. White, light red, white, light green, dark green, light green, white, and so on. Repeatable, like it repeats regularly. This repeats regularly. Great, wonderful, love it. This does not. It has a really long repeat, like really long. So like this big chunk of green is repeated in the heel flap, and then like that's it. So like from here to here is one repeat, which is annoying. And I wasn't expecting that. Sorry, the light is terrible. I wasn't expecting that, so that was annoying. Like it's fine, but unexpected. And because I started knitting with my mom's socks, I started with that colorway, and then I got like more than halfway down the leg, like almost to the heel flap, and there's a knot, and like that's fine. Annoying, but fine. But where they spliced the yarn back in was not like the same spot as the stripe sequence. So it messed up the stripe sequence. So when I did the second one, I had to like wind a whole bunch off so that I could continue in the proper stripe sequence. Or like I thought I had to, and I don't know if I like actually had to. I'm confused. That like really put me off. So I was very annoyed. Anyways, keep that in mind when you buy budget yarns, that things like that might happen. So those are all my finished socks. That is 9 socks. I am now on works in progress because that's all I've done. I haven't done a whole lot. Stupid sun. I mean, like, I like it, but it's here. I feel like that's too dark now. Whatever. Okay, works in progress. Not a lot. I've been a little bit sick, but I've also been a little bit like scatterbrained. I got really stressed about socks, So I was knitting the socks, and then because I was stressed about it, I didn't want to knit the socks. So anyways, what I'm working on now is the second sock of my dad's. I am done the leg. I am partway, almost halfway through the heel flap, and I'm using this adorable row counter from Twill & Print. I absolutely love her row counters. It's focus on it. It's glittery and it's super easy to turn and it's just adorable. So I'm using that. I am on the heel flap. I should be able to finish the heel flap, heel turn, and the gusset decreases today. We'll see though. Yeah, we'll see how much knitting time I get. My son has been a little bit needy. And then once I'm done this sock, I'm going to cast on my pair of socks, which will be the exact same as my dad's, 68 stitches, 2x2 rib, stockinette, leg and foot, because I should be able to crank those out pretty easy. I have not decided yet if I'm going to put in a contrast heel flap or if I'm just going to continue in this yarn. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. And I don't want to do a short row heel because they don't fit well on my feet. As annoying and fiddly as a heel flap and gusset is, I would much rather do that to get a nice fitting sock than knit a short row heel and have my sock flip over on my foot. So what I've been doing in my procrastinating, stressed state is just randomly casting things on that I don't actually want to knit. I just wanted to do something that was not knitting socks and also still feel productive. I cast on a hat for my daughter, kind of out of necessity, but also not. I was justifying it by saying she really needed it, but she doesn't. She has hats. She's fine. And I'm going to rip that out, so I'm not even going to show you. And then the other thing I cast on, which I also think I'm going to rip out, but also might finish, I haven't decided yet, is a hot water bottle cover. I am very easily influenced by others. And it seems like all of the knitting podcasters are knitting hot water bottle covers. I don't use a hot water bottle because I am a furnace. I am always hot. If I'm cold, then I'm really sick or it's like really, really cold. I regularly go out. I shoveled the other day the little bit of snow that we had in a t-shirt and shorts and it wasn't cold at all, and we have a pretty long driveway. I wonder if you can hear that. If you can hear that beeping, that's the propane truck rolling up to my house. Awkward. Okay, so I cast on a hot water bottle cover. I decided to just wing it with some yarn that I had in my stash. This yarn was actually gifted to me from one of my really good friends. Her grandmother passed and they found a whole bunch of yarn and knitting needles and notions and patterns and stuff, and they gave them all to me. I hope he doesn't come by the big window. That would be so awkward. Anyways, I just cast on a random number that seemed appropriate for a hot water bottle. This is going to be a gift for my mother-in-law. It was her birthday, but I was sick last weekend, so we couldn't go to their place for dinner. And I was going to knit this for her. So I cast on, I don't even know how many, and I increased to about 44 stitches. I feel like this is really stressful. You might be able to hear that, but I don't know. This is just random like vintage acrylic yarn that I thought was wool until I looked it up, and it's actually just acrylic, which I was not expecting, and I'm disappointed by, because I wanted a nice wool cover. Also, my color work is not great. You can see it comes in like a lot here. My tension was like really not great. So I increased to 44 stitches, and then I just started doing a random color pattern with some random yarns that I found. I was gonna do this inverted up here, but I think I'm just gonna rip it out. I don't like it. I don't want to finish it, so I'm gonna frog it. I'm also not loving working with this yarn. The other thing that I did was some sewing. So if you don't care about sewing, bye. If you want to watch and see what I sewed, I am a very beginner sewist. Like I've sewn a quilt, which, I mean, I've actually sewn a couple of quilts, but like I can do straight lines, and that's about it. I have dabbled in some garment sewing for my daughter when she was younger, and it with varied success. I mean, like I created a wearable piece, but it wasn't like super, super nice. So last weekend we were supposed to go to my in-laws for my mother-in-law's birthday. Son is something else. And we were also supposed to go like 2 hours away for a funeral, a memorial service for my husband's great aunt. And because I was sick, we couldn't go, or we didn't go, to not spread illness among the people. But my children don't really have dress clothes or clothes that are really appropriate for funerals. So I sewed my son a little shirt. And this is the shirt that I still have strings that I need to trim and stuff. So it's just a little button down with a collar, and I am so proud of myself for sewing this. I mean, I messed up in like many places, as I'm now realizing there's like a big pinch on the back of the sleeve. Anyways, it's not perfect. I never would have expected it to be perfect. And I put in little snaps instead of buttons. You can see them here. Little snappies. I just ripped that snap off. Oh no. Oh, I gotta fix that. Dang it. Anyways, there were snaps on it. Yeah. I think this is called the Wind and Fire shirt by, I don't know, I'll put it on the screen somewhere over here probably, and I'll link it in the description. And this is, the fabric is some cotton that I got from Walmart, and it was a perfect amount to make the shirt. And yeah, I can't believe I just ripped that snap off. And then I also sewed my daughter a dress. She is 2.5, more than a half. And I made her this little wrap dress. It needs to be ironed. That has snaps, and I don't want to open them now. I'm afraid that I did a terrible job putting on all the snaps. So it has snaps on the shoulders to help get it on easier. And this is, I can't remember what the pattern's called. It might be wrap front dress or something from Oh Me Oh My Sewing. And yeah, so it's just got this like flouncy skirt and these long sleeves and this super cute wrap front. And this is also from fabric I got at Walmart. that I had in my stash. I picked up some random fabrics from Walmart when I walked by them like maybe last year or something. And that's what I've been doing. Yeah. Other than that, I've just been hanging out. I'm getting really into cooking. I feel like I've always said I hate cooking, and now I am actually quite enjoying it. So that's fun. And then I'm also getting in the mail, my other love is, okay, that stupid sun. My other love is gardening. I have 6 fairly large garden beds in our backyard, and I'm expanding, and I have a little greenhouse, and I love growing food for my family, and canning and freezing and preserving and all of that. I'm not like a prepper or a homesteader or anything. I just really like gardening. So I'm getting all these seed catalogs and looking through them and trying to come up with a plan for the garden this year. If you guys would like to see that, I can make separate videos on like what I'm gonna plant. If not, I don't. Just let me know in the comments. I'm fine either way. I'm gonna do it no matter what. I'm gonna pick out the seeds and order them. So we will, I just got the OSC catalog. I've had Vessie's and Johnny's that I've browsed through, and I'm starting to make some mental lists. And I'm very excited, like very, very excited. Anyways, that's all I've been up to these days. I hope you saw something you liked, and I hope to see you again in the next one. Have a good day. Bye.